can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Well, if you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand, 'cause I've seen your face before, my friend. But I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there and I saw what you did. I saw you with my own 2 eyes. So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, I've been waiting.
Can you feel it in the air tonight, Lenny?
It's definitely in the air tonight. Well, that's in the air.
Definitely in the air. That, of course, is the live Ryan Starr version.
I thought that was the landfill that you were talking about.
Oh no! Lots of stuff in the air tonight. A lot of anger in the air tonight, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A lot of dismay and anger.
Dismay and anger. Comes back from suspension.
Bad. Was not even. I don't even think called for.
Unjustified.
Unjustified and really over the top.
On whose part? Yours or ours? Or
on their part.
The suspending authorities.
The suspending authority went way over the line, I think.
And this time it wasn't your wife.
It was not. It was the authorities.
The man.
The man was trying to keep us down again. But much like with all the greats, Ron and Fez, and John and Ken, and Opie and Anthony, we're back.
Howard Stern.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's been suspended multiple times.
He got suspended for that time when he asked how much is a ticket from Dulles into the Potomac River.
Oh.
Yeah, that was that post. That was right after that airplane crash. Obviously.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that would make sense. Otherwise, it was just a premonition.
It was just kind of weird.
Yeah. Maybe he knows a little too much. And luckily, we weren't fired as the great Johnny Fever when he said "booger" on the air. Yeah. Booger on the air.
We can say booger all we want.
You can say booger. We can say any
booger.
Of the booger. Any of the words. Any of the big words.
Yeah. Not the 7. The big 7?
Oh, the big 7. Now you saw the is it 8? I don't know.
I know you can't say nickel.
Nickel?
Or the that's the
why can't you say nickel?
Okay, so you ever heard that people with Tourette's syndrome try to replace words?
With other words? With not similar sounding non-bad words?
Yeah, if they say it slow enough, they can
control it.
Unhinge, basically unhinge. Their.
Do you think it's real? Do you think All right, let's say somebody was born with Tourette's syndrome, but they were brought up in a place where no one ever swore. Would they know? I mean, what would they just do then?
They might just say other stuff,
pee-pee.
The word. So in a neighborhood that in a urban neighborhood, if you were
urban neighborhood
in an urban environment.
What do you mean by that?
Like somebody who suffers from Tourette's.
What do you mean by that, Lenny?
Somebody who suffers from Tourette's would say nickels, dimes, quarters, pennies to when they saw a black person.
Yeah.
So
I see.
You could always tell your black friend
a
nickel.
I feel another suspension coming on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't even like that.
Yeah.
So But yeah. So how about that guy who got one guy got fired and the other guy got suspended for saying there's a chink in Jeremy Lin's
in the armor. Yeah.
Come on now.
All right. First, there's two different ways to look at this.
Wait a minute. He didn't say there's a chink in some shrimp fried rice. No. But I mean, there's two different ways to look at this. All right. One, by suspending him and firing him, whatever, they brought way more attention to this than it ever would have had. The Jeremy Lin.
Yeah. That chink in the armor whole thing.
Right.
Because nobody would have known. Would you have heard of it otherwise? Would you have actually probably even read it?
No, not
nobody would have known about it.
I've just heard a few things about he's a sensation. He's a graduate of Harvard economics with a B, which is an Asian F.
Oh yeah.
And
I saw a girl holding up a sign at one of the games the other day, and this I thought was a lot more offensive. It said, "Jeremy, I want you inside me."
Oh wow!
That to me that seemed a lot more offensive than the chink in the armor thing.
That's
I heard he wasn't even that offended by, so I don't know how, I mean, I guess I could see how it's offensive, but,
yeah.
I don't think it was worthy of all the attention it got.
Well, the crazy thing, he's getting like, compared to being the Asian Asian basketball playing Tim Tebow, right?
Now, just because he came off the bench and is kind of an unknown?
Kind of an unknown, and he's
not praying all the time, is he?
No, well, that would be kind of cumbersome, huh? After every shot,
get up there, play defense, get off the ground.
Yeah, no, that would be cumbersome, wouldn't it? But no, I guess he's a pretty devout Christian, and so that Lin side me thing probably didn't go over with him that well because he's he probably doesn't have sex with many groupies outside of marriage. Why would you do that?
Yes, I don't know. Well, he probably wasn't even that wasn't available to him up till recently because what I read, he was sleeping on his brother's couch or something. Yeah.
It started off as his friend's couch, but I guess he had to admit that his friend was his brother. Just like when many people say, I got roommates when it's actually their parents.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got to be there's got to be I don't follow the NBA that much, but there's got to be a base salary for the NBA, right?
At all? Yeah, it's like $750K.
And he's living on somebody's couch.
Yeah, but he's traveling around a lot, right? So he's not.
Well, the couch doesn't go along with him. I mean, he's.
Well, no.
How long does it take to get an apartment?
In New York, he plays for the Knickerbockers.
Yeah, but.
Or Nickelbackers.
You're getting $750K, at least $750K a year.
I don't know what you have to make in the city, like by yourself to. Well,
I think you could do it. He could buy a car. He could buy a car and live, off in New Jersey or Connecticut or something. He doesn't have to live in the city.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize he'd probably have difficulty driving. More suspension coming.
Yeah, the couple times I spent in the city, in New York, I've actually slept in a car. So
you slept in the car?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Well, because number one, I didn't get a hotel room on New Year's Eve. I mean, it's just not possible.
Oh, God. Where were you parked somewhere? I mean, obviously you were parked somewhere, but
yeah, I was parked uptown. Actually, right off the Times Square a little ways, and then I ended up. Then I ended up getting, they
on fire and
barricaded off, so I couldn't leave if I wanted to. So,
wow. See, I always, whenever I went into the city, I would just take the train and park out, far away and take the train in, and that way you don't have to worry about the, $20 an hour parking or trying to get through the wave of taxi cabs in the city.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. I hate driving through the city, and like the last time I went, it was to go to the Belmont Stakes to see the horse races. Yeah. And that was a nightmare. It was like downtown on a Saturday. It was still bad.
Yeah, it's I don't mind like just driving through the city, like if I have to like go through over the GW down 95 or whatever. But driving into the city to go somewhere in the city, I would not want to do it and try to find a parking spot or navigate through the downtown area. It's just there's so many people around, and you're bound to run over one or two of them.
Oh, I know. It's too much. It's too many. You know, that's what makes
you got all the lights. You got the people. You got all the lights flashing everywhere, and then you got people crossing in front of you. And if you're watching the lights, all the the neon signs and everything, you can't watch for the people too.
Right? No kidding. It's ridiculous.
It's like driving down Las Vegas Boulevard. It's dangerous for the pedestrians.
Yeah, somebody else should do it.
Yes. Yeah, you should probably have a limo
yeah, somebody other than me should be doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Oh, so you once again, what the hell were we talking about?
We are suspended.
Oh, Jeremy Lin and suspension, and yeah, the suspension. Now you said one guy got fired from that, one guy got suspended.
Yeah, the guy who actually wrote the "Chink in the Armor" headline got fired, and the guy who read it was suspended for
The guy who read it. What's
yeah. The anchor who read it got a couple days off.
Now, don't they have I guess this was on TV. I thought this was a written article.
It's ESPN.
ESPN has a web page and all that stuff too, but it was a broadcast article.
I don't know. They're so afraid to probably repeat it.
Yeah.
Mainstream news media. Speaking of the television and whatnot, and actually, it kind of ties in to what we're talking about. I just finished reading Fahrenheit 451.
Okay.
The classic Ray Bradbury.
Right.
And so Fahrenheit 451, if you don't know, if you're an idiot, is the temperature at which paper burns, right?
Right.
And now the whole point is that in the future, dystopic future, which the firemen actually set fires now because all homes are fireproof, and so books, because many books contradict each other, many books are offensive to one group or another, and so on and so forth.
I wonder which books those could be.
They become outlawed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And actually, it's kind of funny because Ray Bradbury didn't say they're not actually outlawed to own, but they're outlawed to read, right?
Right.
It seems that a difference in kind or a difference in measure, but it's actually
a lot of people have books just for show. Bookcases full of books to make it look like they're
intellectuals,
very intellectuals, but it's just for show.
Right. Anyways, but the theme wasn't actually. He talks about it wasn't about censorship per se, and censorship was a part of it, but it wasn't the thing that he was going after. He was actually talking about the degradation of society via television and the homogenization and everything like that, and you end up getting everybody gets the same
dumbed down
and everything. And they had actually, the kind of funny thing is that he kind of predicted the full wall screen TVs, but even in this one, they talk about it's actually the characters had bought they had 3 walls in their house were actually projection screens, and his wife wanted to get another wall, so it'd be all 4 walls, and they had actually gotten to the point where they could do the advertising and predictive programming such that the advertiser would be talking directly to you using your name for certain products and stuff like that, which is actually kind of what Google does. How Google
so they figured a way around people fast forwarding through the commercials on the DVRs.
Exactly,
because I don't think they figured that out yet.
Yeah, I think if Google ever figures out what or they ever perfect that, boy, I really don't want to get the advertising that I look for.
Yeah, that's probably not good to be doing in public.
Yeah.
Did you see the one? Did you see the one the other day on the Google homepage with the it was a BMW ad and it made the whole web page like spin around?
No.
Like it showed the BMW, but